Hello everybody and welcome back to another video on the game Spellbreak. Today I'm going to go over the upcoming patch 0.18, which will be going live soon. In this video I'm quickly going to go over notable changes to the game coming in the next patch. If you're interested in reading through the full patch notes, I'll leave a link to them in the description below. It's also important to note that the patch notes aren't set in stone, meaning there still might be changes coming before the patch goes live. I'm going to start by going over the balance changes coming to the Lightning Gauntlet and the Poison Gauntlet. The Lightning Gauntlet is getting nerfed on 2 points. First of all, the spell-based duration has been increased from 0.68 seconds to 0.96 seconds. This will lower the gauntlet's overall damage per second, as you won't be able to send out the same amount of lightning bolts as quickly as before. This change will primarily affect its damage output on a close to medium range, resulting in lightning being less potent in close combat fights. Secondly, the gauntlet has also been nerfed with an increased delay between each bolt being fired by the lightning spell. The lightning bolts are currently very front-loaded, meaning the 3 bolts are being sent out with very little delay in between them. This change will make for an easier time dodging the spell, as you have a longer time reacting to it. This change won't nerf the gauntlet's potential damage output, but tracking enemies will be harder to do. There's also a small buff coming to the gauntlet with the reduced projectile spread penalty while firing the spell mid-air. This is to combat the other nerfs a bit, where the gauntlet apparently became too punitive for the caster while mid-air. I think I'm speaking for a lot of the pre-alpha players when I say that we welcome these changes with open arms. Lightning has been very potent for a long time, and I'm happy to see Proletariat addressing it head-on. The gauntlet has been very strong in both close combat as well as on a medium to long range, partly due to the high projectile speed and the low spell duration. These changes will hopefully put it on a similar power level to the other gauntlets. Second on the list, the Toxic Gauntlet also got hit with a nerf. The gauntlet will have an increased spell duration just like the Lightning Gauntlet, going from 0.8 seconds to a full second. This will lower the gauntlet's damage per second. The Toxic Gauntlet is primarily meant to be used as a close combat gauntlet, but it was a bit too easily spammed in its current version, and increasing the spell duration will put it closer to other gauntlets. That being said, I do feel it will still be a very solid close range tool, just as it should be. Patch 0.18 will also feature changes to the Bulwark class. Bulwark received a new scroll in the last patch called Transference, letting you leech a percentage of damage dealt as armor. The scroll turned out to be very strong. In this patch, Transference will now leech a lower percentage of damage dealt as armor for each level on the scroll. I think Transference will still be a strong pick going forward, but won't be as dominant as in its current state. I think Proletariat Inc. were spot on with these changes. I imagine both gauntlets as well as the scroll will still be viable picks, but hopefully not as prominent as in the current patch. Whether these nerfs will be too hard or not hard enough should become apparent once the patch drops. One thing you can make out of the nerfs is that we'll see change in close combat fights. Lightning and Toxic were 2 of the strongest contenders for the best close-range gauntlets, and the nerfs will open up for other gauntlets to rise in popularity. Those were the balance changes featured in the patch notes. Now I'm just quickly gonna run through some other notable changes in the upcoming patch. An additional circle has been added to the end of the match, which will close much slower than previously. This will stop games from often being decided by the circle closing completely, which really isn't fun or interactive. Streamer mode has been added to the game, which allows you to hide your player name from everyone but your teammates. The NDA is still in place, meaning you still can't stream the game, but I like to see this as a sign that it's hopefully not too far away from being lifted. New skins are being added, some general map changes are coming, and a redesigned HUD is also on the way. Proletariat Inc. will also be hosting another Q&A stream on Twitch Thursday, February 7th at 3 PM EST or 9 PM CET. Make sure to tune in for that if you've got the time, there's a ton of information to get from watching that. I'm really excited to try out the new balance changes and the various quality of life updates coming with the next patch, which hopefully will drop very soon. Thank you for watching the video. My videos are usually aimed towards new players or even players still waiting for the pre-alpha key, but I hope even experienced players can also enjoy this video. I'm sorry if this video seems a bit rushed, but I really wanted it to go out while the news are still fresh, especially regarding the upcoming livestream. I'd like to take a moment to thank you all for the very positive response to my last video. It got a bunch of upvotes on Reddit, and within 24 hours it already had 350 views, which is just incredible. It really gives me an incentive to keep on making videos and generally stay connected to the community. Goodbye.